Today's Gardening and Prepping. My name is Teresa. I would like to welcome you each into our kitchen this early evening where it's time to make some dinner, and I figured I would bring y'all along. This is a very old recipe. It's for long pepper chicken. Now, the first time it was recorded was what was it, 200 to 300 BC. Now, of course, it'd been being cooked way before then. That was just the first time it was recorded. Now, there's a few things I've had to substitute just a tiny bit, but I'm keeping the recipe as close to original as possible. And, well, me and Junior are looking forward to this. So, let's have some fun, y'all. Alright, first off, we're going to make the marinade. Now, this is very young ginger, so I am not worried about peeling it because it's not old, it's not hard. I need to trim off a piece. Hold on. Okay, that one end piece looked a little rough. So, you want to use a microplane, and we're going to want, oh, that smells good, at least a teaspoon of the fresh ginger. This is similar kind of to a curry, but it doesn't have any curry powder in it. There we go. Okay. Now, over here, I'm cheating tonight, y'all. I've been busy as can be. We're going to need long pepper. This is what long pepper looks like if you have not seen it before. We're going to need about 10. You can use 10 to 12. Now, if you use the 12, it's going to be more spicy. And you can use mortar and pestle. I'm cheating tonight. I'm taking the stems off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and a big one, 10. And like I said, now if you use the 12, it's going to be a little more spicier. So, use what you prefer. And it's going to get loud, y'all. Okay, now to this bowl, I want to add Yes, it's Greek yogurt because Americanized yogurt has sugar all in it. Greek yogurt would be the closest thing to traditional Indian yogurt, and I'm talking. This recipe comes from India, not Native Americans. And that's a cup. Since we have a little more chicken, I'm going to add just another little scoop more. I'll set that aside. And I'm going to put a long pepper in there. Now, I couldn't find my mustard seeds to save my life, so I'm going to use yellow mustard powder. And I'm going to use about a half a teaspoon. We want to whisk that together really good. Okay, I'm going to get a little bit of water to thin it out. I have a half a cup of water just to thin it out some. That's one thing I love about Greek yogurt. It's so much better for you. And this is just plain, not flavored. You want to make sure. Oh, I knew I forgot something. You want a teaspoon of salt. I'm using pink Himalayan salt. Alright, now, this is the marinade. Here I have a little over a pound and a half. I was blessed with these. It's thin, sliced, boneless, skinless chicken breast. The original recipe calls for boneless, skinless chicken thighs. You can use whichever one you have. I just happened to be gave these, so I'm going to use those. Now you can double and triple this recipe. Oh, we're not done. Don't worry. We're going to cook it. Oh, it smells so good, y'all. And this, I haven't used these before. These are thin sliced chicken breasts. And thankfully they're organic too. Free range. You want to make sure that they're covered very well. And we're going to we're going to cover the top. You can use saran wrap, or if you got one of those little bowl shower caps, you can do that. This needs to marinate for at least an hour to overnight. It depends on you. I'm going to give it an hour. I want to make sure that it stays under the marinade. Now let it, like I said, let it marinate for an hour to overnight. And what I'm going to do at about the 30-minute mark, I'm going to start a pot of steamed jasmine rice. Use whatever rice you have. You can use noodles if you want to. But yeah, I will bring you back after this has marinated for an hour. I'll see you here after a while. Then we're going to get busy cooking. Okay, I have the rice cooked. The chicken has marinated for an hour. Now the original recipe calls for, well, first off you gotta make sure it's plugged in. The original recipe calls for a quarter cup of ghee. It's a miracle, but I'm out of ghee, so I'm going to use olive oil. But once the chicken is almost done, well, once the chicken is done, I'm going to pour some of the olive oil out and add a little bit of butter in there. So let's get busy cooking. I've got my eye cut on. Now do not throw your marinade out, because it's going to end up being your sauce. Oop, and I just bypassed the pan on that one. Now what you're going to do is let each side get some brown on it, but be very careful. You do not want it to burn whatsoever. So keep your temp low. And I'm going to let this cook. It's got to come up to temp first. I'm going to let it cook until it's golden brown on one side, and I'll bring you back. Okay, it's time to turn the chicken over. Light golden. You're not going for crispy. And don't worry, we're going to cook it for even longer. Okay, because we're going to let it simmer in the sauce once all the chicken is done. The main thing is make sure you don't burn anything in the pan. Now I am using just plain olive oil. If you've got ghee, definitely use ghee. I took some of the oil out because it was just too much in there for my likes. But I reserved it in case I need to add more into the pan. Keep an eye on everything. Don't let anything burn, because you're going to do your final sauce in the pan. So continue to cook all your pieces of chicken about 6 minutes on each side until you get a light brown, and I'll bring you back once the chicken's all done. Okay, the chicken is all done. You're going to want a good spatula where you can scrape along the bottom of the pan. Those last 3 pieces of chicken exuded a whole lot of moisture out of them. So I'm leaving that in the pan because that's called flavor. Alright, because I didn't get to cook in ghee, I'm going to add about 3 tablespoons of butter to give it a little bit more rich flavor. So it kind of tastes like it was cooked in ghee. I always have ghee, I just haven't been able to make any. And believe me, I'm missing having my ghee. And for those who don't know, ghee is clarified butter. Now we're going to be making our sauce. Now you can tell there's butter in it. Okay, now you're going to want a spatula. And don't worry, it's not going to poison you. It's not going to contaminate you. We're going to put this in the pan. Yes, I know it had raw chicken in it, but guess what? We're fixing to slow simmer the chicken in it, and it's going to completely cook. Oh, I wish y'all were here. This smells absolutely amazing. I've been looking forward to making this. And I'm just making a mess everywhere. Alright, now that's a little thicker than I want it to be. I'm going to add a little water to it. Not a whole lot, but you want enough sauce in there for your chicken to simmer for about, 6 to 8 minutes or better. Because this sauce is what you're going to put on top of your rice. And you can see all the beautiful long pepper all over the chicken breast. Or if you end up using the boneless, skinless chicken thighs. Any juices left in your bowl, pour them in too. And don't let your sauce get too ungodly thick because it can burn. I'm going to cut this down to low. I'm going to put a lid on it. And I'm going to let this baby simmer 8-10 minutes. Depends on how it starts looking. And once it's done, I'll bring y'all back. Okay, it is done. Now, keep it stirred. The sauce thickens up. Oh, that's going to be so good. Whoop, Oh, my jumping the gun, y'all. Now, it says to use lemon juice, about a teaspoon or so. You can use, I prefer lime juice with any curry, and this is kind of like a curry, and all I have is bottled, so I'm going to sprinkle a little bit all in there. If you want to use, now they say you can just go on and squeeze the lemon juice on top all around, or you can use bottled or fresh. But as you can see, the sauce thickens up nicely. And I'm going to tell you, it smells absolutely amazing. I'm going to finish making Junior's dinner and I'll bring y'all back. Alright, Junior is in there with a big smile on his face. He has approved it. Look at that. Beautiful chicken and the hot buttered steamed rice and the sauce. Now, I know it's probably going to need a little more salt, but I can do that on my own food. I'm looking forward to this. I am so looking forward to this. Now, my rice is plain. It's just got water, salt, and butter in it. That's it, because I wanted the sauce to shine through. Oh my gracious. Oh, it's so good. You can taste the long pepper, the little bit of ginger. I might next time add a little more ginger. Oh my gracious, you can taste the yogurt. You can taste the lime juice. Oh, this is delicious, y'all. Mmm. Oh my gracious. Mmm. Oh, that is so good. Absolutely delicious simplicity. Bringing back to life a very, very old traditional Indian dish from India. It's healthy with the yogurt, the lime juice, the ginger. And I know a little bit of butter. I think it would be better with ghee. I'm not gonna lie, but oh, I gotta have another bite, y'all. That's good. Oh my gracious, that's good. Mmm. Absolutely delicious. And of course, your food is your medicine. The long pepper is such a medicinal powerhouse. Remember, anything you bring into your body should be healthy and medicinal as well, because medicinal can be very culinary and very delicious. Simple, easy, homemade, y'all. You can't get much easier than this one. Of course, the recipe will be in the description box below. Of course, my few little tweaks will be in there. Just realize this recipe is from 300 200 BC, and it's still delicious. Absolutely delicious. I'm looking forward to making this again. Now it has a very, very minute little bit of heat. Nothing like regular curry. just a little bit of heat, but that's from using the long pepper. Now, if you want it spicy, use the 12 to 13 whole long peppers. I hope this encourages you to make this recipe because I'm telling you, it's delicious, y'all. Continue to stock up your pantries with food that will nourish and sustain you. Medicinals that will heal you. Protection of all kinds, and above all else, the bare essentials to survive on. I'm fixing to go in here and enjoy dinner with Junior. He's in there just eating like crazy. He likes it too. So I am happy. This will be repeated again. And probably next time I'm going to try it, see how, if it's any different with the boneless, skinless no, thigh, boneless, skinless thighs. Everyone, take care, stay safe and sound, and warm and dry. And may you each be blessed. Hoot, hoot. Mwah. Love y'all. See you soon.